This is Overlord. I'm going to go ahead and do a review on my VFC Echo1 Platinum Edition M4. First thing I'm going to go over is the accessories. I've got a EOTech 552 replica. I have no idea what brand it is. I forget. I got it a long time ago. Just a standard vertical foregrip. Firefox laser sight. Works pretty good. It's pretty bright. A Mad Bull Gemtech silencer, which hides a bigger inner barrel. Alright, so metal parts on the gun. Gun is entirely metal with the exception of the pistol grip and the SOP mod crane stock, which holds the battery. I'll get to that in a few minutes, but comes with this 150 round bin cap mag, aluminum, pretty nice, very solid, feeds flawlessly. One of the things about the magazines in this gun that I noticed is that some of them, the magazine well, the mag weld in the gun is very large. A lot of the magazines jiggle around a lot, and sometimes with specific brands of mags you get really bad feeding problems. Like, I don't even know how to solve it yet. I still have a few mags that just will not feed in the gun. Alright, so features: functioning charging handle and bolt catch. Bolt catch is here. My charging handle broke once. I was at an airsoft event on the back of a military truck. I went to adjust my hop up before I got off, and the bottom of the charging handle, there's a little plastic piece, sheared right off. So I had to track down an extra charging handle. Now the problem with it is that it charges the dust cover, or the, I don't even know what it is, like the bolt cover, but the dust cover, if you close the dust cover with it now, if you know how these work, there's a little nub. The nub on it will not pull down to open up the dust cover. The dust cover will stay closed, so it's kind of a bummer. It's not as cool as it used to be. Got it from GI, Airsoft GI, for $360, $40 battery. Came with this Riz, don't know what type it is. It's a pretty solid Riz, but it scratches, so you gotta be careful with it. It also came with two polymer standard M4 handguards, in case you want to throw those on there. Stock battery isn't included. Go ahead and show you guys what the battery is. There's two little tabs you push in. It's right there. That pops off. That pops off. The battery's inside. Just like that. I had to do an electrical tape job because one thing with these crane stocks is where the batteries connect to the adapters, they will shear off in the crane stocks. I don't know if anybody else has these problems, but just about any crane stock gun I've had and that my friends have had, that problem occurs, and within a few months you have to replace your batteries or replace the connections. Go ahead and snap that back in. GI said that it should be 400 FPS. Mine came extremely hot at 450 FPS when I got it. It was supposed to shoot around 20 RPS, rounds per second. Mine shoots like 15. I don't know if it's just my motor, but the RPS sounds really good on camera, but in person it's not very impressive. I was less than impressed. A couple things that I don't like about the gun. One is this aluminum, I guess you could say, heat shield. Just about all the other gun manufacturers make it black. They made it clear. I'm going to take it out sometime and paint it, because in the sunlight, when you're running in mid-sprint, people on this side can see the dust cover light up, or not the dust cover, the heat shield light up very, very easily. The internals on the gun are pretty solid, but another thing that I didn't like about the gun is that it came with a 6.08 millimeter barrel. It's pretty standard, but for this gun, a $360 gun, I thought that it was just a little bit not cool. They probably should have put a 603 in it, 6.03. That's what I have in it now. I have a silencer on here to cover up my G3 length 6.03 millimeter barrel. It makes it quite a heck of a lot more accurate. The accuracy still isn't where I want it to be, but it's pretty good. So you can see that. One piece metal barrel, 14.5 inch barrel. A lot of people have problems getting the orange flash hider off. The way to do that is you need to take the end of the gun, dip it barely up to about that far in boiling water for about 5 minutes. Don't soak the gun, quite obviously. Don't get water in the barrel. Soak that flash hider for about 5 minutes in boiling water. That'll melt the hot glue off that's on the threads. Go out to your garage, take a pipe wrench, and just twist it off. I don't remember if it's I'm pretty sure it's a counterclockwise turn.
Yeah, just counterclockwise.
It's counterclockwise. Just twist it off and it should pop right off. If not, you're screwed. Another thing I don't like about it is the front sight on this gun, standard M4 sight, no big deal about it, but it scratches horribly, especially through this area. I mean, I've never even hit this up against here, but the paint's just flaking off. This thing's probably going to need a new paint job next summer. There are sling mounts up the wazoo. There's a QD sling mount here, 2 on this side, 1 on this side. Pretty standard, I guess. Quite a decent amount of them, though. Alright, another thing I love about this gun is the body pins. They have a little spring in them that catches them so they don't pop out, so you can't lose them. I'm going to pop up the upper receiver and just give you guys a look at the gearbox. I'm not going to take my gun all the way apart, but alright, so another problem I had with it was the hop-up. I haven't replaced it. I've gotten it working now, but it's a clear, cheap Echo1 flash hider, or not flash hider, hop-up unit. The entire gun is pretty much, to my knowledge, like 95% VFC. Almost all the internals are VFC, with the exception of, like, I'm pretty sure, like, the tappet plate. This hop-up was one of the few Echo1 parts in there. I don't like it at all. It's clear. I'm going to replace it with a Mad Bull Ultimate hop-up unit when I get the chance. There's my Sistema 6.03 millimeter inner barrel G3 length. There, I don't know if you can see it because of the light, is the charging handle. That is what broke. Had to completely replace that. It's terrible trying to get the old one out and get the new one in. It took me forever to figure out how to do it. Maybe just because I'm an idiot, but yes. I don't know. Other people have had problems with it too. So, on to the gearbox. I have taken it apart. Inside, it contains VFC's self-shimming gears, which are really nice. VFC standard cylinder, air nozzle, really nice air nozzle. A lot of people have problems with the air nozzles chipping. I have never had a problem with the air nozzle chipping, and I don't know if anybody else has with this particular brand. Metal spring guide, which you can kind of see. Spring, it is a Sistema M120 rated spring, even though it's not Sistema. It's rated to that. I had to get mine cut down a little bit to get it under 400 FPS for my field's regulations. Yeah, it's a metal version 2 gearbox. That's Mr. Fog, stop. Inside of it, it has a VFC standard high torque motor. Pretty solid. When I first got the gun, I actually fried the motor. I didn't do anything to the gun out of what would normally do. Like, they were asking me questions on GI. Did you dump a full high cap on full auto? No, I didn't. I might have done 30 rounds on full auto. It just fried the motor. Sent it back. Got a new motor. Everything works fine now. I've had the gun for probably a year and a half. No problems with it since then. That's pretty much it for the gun. Nice stock, 5-position LED crane stock. Love the cranes. Love these crane stocks. People like the mag poles, but of course you can't put a mag pole on here with the battery in the back, wired to the back. Pistol grip, slightly slimmer than most of the ones, makes it emulate a real grip. M4 grip. Love the logo on it. It's like a biohazard symbol. I don't know if you can see it with a skull in the middle. One thing that I absolutely hate about some guns is when they put, like, for example, this in real life would be a 5.56 millimeter. You're killing me, Alex. This would be a 5.56 millimeter gun. On here they have 5.56 by 6 millimeters. I hate that. Why they just can't put by the 41 millimeters, I think it is. But I hate it when they put 5.56 by 6 millimeter Cal 6. It might just be me, but I love my guns to be really realistic, and that's the one part about this gun that's not realistic. On the barrel, there are markings, 5.56 without the 6mm marks, says Cal 5.56, NATO, with a couple of military issue signs on them, like that. Everything else on the gun, it's a very solid gun, good performance gun, great gun for the money, definite buy. People say Echo 1's crap. Well, this gun's like 95% VFC, so if you like VFC, and you like VFC internals, and you're fed up with Echo 1 internals, this would definitely be the gun to get. That's pretty much all for this one. Overlord out.